Motorola flip phone, look at that. Room vibrating from the aura of my necklace. He acting hella reckless. Introduce you to the plug, now you connect. What's good? You already done know what it is. It's your girl Just Came in. I'm out here. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're already a subscriber while Guan Bridging, you already done know what it is. Welcome back, family. Before we get into today's video, I wanted to say thank you guys a lot for all the support you've been giving to me and stuff like that. I really appreciate it, and how I want to show my appreciation to you guys is the fact that I want to do a little giveaway, because actually I received my first check from YouTube, so I wanted to use what I've earned from this channel to start giving back to my supporters and my subscribers and stuff like that. I want to be giving away this t-shirt. It's pretty dope. It says like, take no L's, just make one, so like Korean one, and on the back it has a Canadian maple leaf along with the kind of the Korean flag together. It came from a company called Kyopo, which I believe is run by this Korean guy, and he's, I guess, Canadian. He does a lot of designs based on that Kyopo kind of vibe, being Korean Canadian and stuff like that. I think it's pretty dope to mesh both cultures, like Canadian culture in Toronto and his Korean culture. So I think it's pretty dope. You guys should check him out. But that's what I'll be giving away today, and all you'd have to do to try and get this shirt is just leave a comment down on this video. What I'm going to be doing in today's video, I'm going to be continuing a story that I told you guys about a long time ago, and actually the reason why I didn't continue it from then on is because my external hard drive crashed and I kind of lost some of my past videos, but I was able to recover it. But then through further examination, I came to the conclusion that the way I told the story and how it might come across, I really didn't like it. You know, I'm not even trying to be exposing man. So I'm going to be continuing the story. If you guys haven't seen the original story, it's on my channel called Korean Boys. I'll try to leave a link somewhere in this video so we can catch up. But you know what, if you haven't watched it, I'm gonna give you guys a summary right here, right now. So, you know, as from the first video, pretty much this guy that I met him for the first time, and pretty much what happened was I learned that he really likes, I guess, black people, or really fascinated with black people and black culture and being dark. He low-key just roasted me the whole time I was with him. He just said like, oh, my Korean name is not cool, it's kind of lame, it's weird, whatever. Also, he was really asking me about his own like physical appearance, if he looks good or he needs to be built more like a foreigner, and he asked me if I was black. After that day, what happened was, you know, like, conversation just always start to die, you know, if one person just lacks effort in communication. The conversation ultimately died. And then randomly, I want to say like a month later, 2 months later, he sent me a message again. You know, I'm just like, yo, why is this man sending me a message after all this time? Like, you fully fell off the face of the earth and you just came back in my messages. I see a cacao message from this guy, and then he just hit me up like, yo, I'm gonna be in your area tomorrow. We should meet up and hang out or whatever, you know, and catch back up. And I was just thinking like, you know what, after what happened the first time I met you, I'm not even too sure. But I was like, I have nothing planned for the weekend, so why not just see what happens? And I'm all for second chances all the time, just to get a reevaluation, so to speak, or I don't know, just because, like, and low-key I had nothing else better to do, and I was like, why not? I'm gonna entertain it. So you know what, I just went and I entertained it. So he hit me up, and I was just like, are you in my area? Because he lives like 30 minutes away from me. He's like, oh, I'm in your area because I'm gonna go get a tan earlier in the day. I'm like, you're gonna go get a tan? And I was like, so why do you have to come all the way here? He's like, oh, because it's the only one in the city, or it's the only place in the city to go get a tan. And I was just like, okay, this man's really gonna go get a tan. So that goes back to the original, the first time I met him, and he just said that he really likes the way dark skin looks, and he'd prefer to be darker than lighter, which is the opposite of what most Koreans would like. Like, most Koreans really fight the sun. Like, they're out here battling the sun in summer, trying to stay light, you know what I'm saying? So he was kind of like the opposite. I mean, to each their own. The man wants a 10, the man wants a 10, whatever. I was like, all right, that's interesting. Anyways, the day goes on, Ray-Tay-Tay, place to meet. I was like, all right, cool, fine, like, I'll meet you. Done. Boom. I decided to go meet him in a foreigner bar because he said he heard about it, he wanted to go there. I was like, all right, cool. Like, we'll have a 1-2 drink, no big deal, and see what he's about, see what he's been doing and stuff like that. So I meet him. Pretty much the entire time we were there having a conversation, pretty much the things that I learned about him in the first time just got a lot deeper. So nothing changed essentially. Like, he still, I mean, gave off the same impression. And in the foreigner bar, they play a lot of foreign music, and they play like a lot of videos from YouTube, so you can see the music videos to the songs, etc, etc. So they're playing like a lot of rap and hip hop there, and pretty much the conversation just turned towards rap and hip hop because he really likes hip hop and rap. You know, like I told you guys, on the way home from the first meeting, he was just there leaning back, playing the hip hop and stuff like that, like he was sicker, man. So he was just really invested into the rap music and the hip hop music that I was playing, and he pretty much told me like, wow, I really want that kind of lifestyle. And I was like, what kind of lifestyle? He's just like, yo, like the rapper lifestyle. I was like, okay, like what's a rapper lifestyle? He's like, yo, like just look at the video, they have all those girls and all that money, and it's just they're being thrown around. I wish I had that much money to just throw it around with like a bunch of girls and stuff like that. That's so cool. Like, they can do whatever they want and they just look really cool, you know, they're so swag. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty dope, you know. And I was just like, yeah, but maybe, you know, that's just kind of like entertainment. They do that stuff for show and stuff like that. Maybe it's not like, you know, I'm not too sure, but like don't think like every single rapper goes back home every night and is just there throwing a bunch of money at girls. But yet again, they probably are. And anyway, so I was just like, okay, cool, that's interesting. Like, you like that kind of lifestyle, like you want to be a rapper, etc, etc. And he's like, yeah, okay. And then that conversation ultimately led into his dream job, in which he wants to own like a restaurant with a bar club at the bottom. Or no, he wants to own a hotel thing, or like a bed and breakfast, or somewhere that you can stay with a club on the bottom, so that way like people can party, but then when they want to crash, they can just crash upstairs at like the hotel part. And I was just like, oh, that's pretty dope. He's like, yeah, I think it'll be pretty cool. And he said this because the one thing that he missed about America was kind of the partying culture and how it was, and other things that came along with that partying culture, if you know what I'm saying. So drinking, etc, etc, etc. I was like, all right, that's cool. So pretty much he was really into partying still, and I'm like, that's cool, that's fine, because I do realize he was a little bit younger than me, so that's fine. Like, I've been there, done that. So before I even get to this part of the story, you guys all know like what the plug means, right? So it's 2018, like you probably hear it in like all the songs everywhere, yo, the plug, the plug, the plug. So this is a plug, right? And this is the connection or the outlet, let's say, for example, and the plug kind of connects you to whatever you need. And pretty much what he was trying to tell me, so let's say he really missed Hennessy from the United States, okay? So he told me, oh man, the one thing I really like, what I really miss from America is Hennessy. I was like, huh, that's interesting. I'm just there like looking over my shoulder like, okay. I'm like, yo, are you an undercover? Because if you're an undercover, fam, like I don't roll those ways. Like, please move from me. Like, I don't business with any of those kind of things. And he's like, yeah, man, I really miss Hennessy. Like, that's what I really like about America, like the freedom to do that stuff and all that. And I was just like, I don't know what you're talking about, but I don't mess with Hennessy. You know, like, I don't know what your beliefs are, but I don't mess with that stuff, you know what I'm saying? And also, you guys know, Hennessy is really, really illegal in Korea. So I don't know what this guy was getting at, but, you know, I'm just here thinking like, I just met the Korean plug and I am about to be deported. Like, I don't know what kind of talks this guy was trying to bring, but whatever. And I'm just here like, okay, interesting. And he's just like, oh, have you tried Hennessy before? And I was just like, nah, I don't do those type of things. He's like, oh, okay. But he's like, if you do, you know where to get, you know where to find it. I was like, what do you mean you know where to find it? I'm like, he's like, I get my boy from America to ship the Hennessy to me here. And I was like, don't lie. He's like, nah, for real. And I was like, all right. He's just like, yo, if you and any of your friends want to do some Hennessy, then you should come and hit me up and we'll go to the beach or something. And I was just like, what? I'm like, is this a joke, bro? Like, I'm here trying to be an utmost righteous citizen, not even a citizen, a visitor in this country. I'm on my best and utmost behavior, man. My guy was just like, oh no, don't worry about it, like I do it all the time. I was just like, what? Like, I'm just so surprised, just because like when I came to Korea and before I came to Korea, everything I heard about this Hennessy and Korean government and like the laws, it's just like super risky, and it's just not worth it. So I was just shooketh. Like, I thought like Korean people did not think about this at whatsoever, just because the risks are just so high. So I was just kind of like in shock and in disbelief. I was just kind of like, no, I'm not going to any beach with you to do any type of Hennessy, and I'm not either inviting any of my friends to go there and do that either. So I was just like, my guy, like, you can just go ahead and lose my phone number, and that's about it. Well, actually, I did not say that. I'm boosting, but I was just kind of like, you know what? I don't really roll like that, you know, so it's good, you know, you can do your thing or whatever. And then after that, it kind of got really awkward, and I was just like, yeah, so it's getting kind of late, so I'm just gonna head back, you know, I'm tired, I had a long day. And he's just like, yeah, all right, peace. And then like again, he was like dapping me up and stuff like that, and I was like, bro, chill, like, okay, whatever. And we went our separate ways, and like that was the end of that meeting. Like, honestly, I was just kind of shocked, because like if I do speak to people or my friends about Hennessy, they're all like freaked out, like, oh, I hear in Canada or in America, y'all just be lit off the Hennessy at the house parties, and like it's super dangerous. I'm just like, what? Like, chill. So for him to be saying that as a Korean, like, I was just extremely shook. I thought I was just gonna be like in shackles by the end of meeting him and stuff like that. Like, the Korean government is out here trying to weed out the foreigners doing all this bad things, and, you know, trying to deport them and stuff like that. I called it quits with that guy, and then literally, I want to say like 3 months pass again, and he hits me up, and I just had to hit my guy with you know what, I understand, like, I don't know if you're trying to be friends or whatever, but I really don't appreciate you like wasting my time hitting me up at random, like, weeks apart. Like, what's the point of that? You know what, bye, my guy. And then he never gave me a response after that ever again. You see what I'm saying? So that will be all for today's video. If you like this video, please press the thumbs up button, and don't forget to give that subscribe button a death fast and smash that. Also, make sure you guys put that notification bell on so you guys know whenever I drop another video. Once again, if you guys would like to win that t-shirt, just go ahead and drop a comment down below. I'll be choosing a winner in the next week or so. You guys are my supporters, so I don't mind sending that out to you guys. So you already done know what it is. It's your girl, Just Kimmy, and I'm out.